starts by saying, therefore then. Now you go, why is he saying therefore then? Because he prefaces, he says, look, you are not running alone. And he starts in Hebrews chapter 11, actually before he gets to Hebrews chapter 12, with that great chapter of faith. He starts on, he says, you're not alone. You are not alone. Others have come before you. There was Abraham, there was Isaac, there was Enoch, there was Noah. And he goes on, there's David, there's Samuel, there's Rahab. He goes, there is part of a huge divine cosmic relay. Others have run with the baton of faith way before you, and they've hung on. When times were tough, when challenges came, they continued to hold on to the baton. They continued to leave a legacy of faith for the next generation. And he's saying, tag, you're it, church. That baton is in your hands. You now have the responsibility to your generation to carry this legacy of faith. And he says, don't give up, don't quit. You know, many of the issues we have in today's society, and you just have to open a newspaper. The environmental issues, the social issues, the moral issues, the economic issues. All of those, people say, is because a generation has lived as if no other generation is coming after them. We've just lived for ourselves. We've just used stuff for ourselves. And now we have the mess that we're in. And so essentially what they tell us is that you came from nothing. You live for no reason. And you're going nowhere. But friend, the good news tonight is that you have not come from nothing. You are not going nowhere. You are created in the image of Almighty God. You are here with God-given destiny, God-given purpose. God has a plan for your life. You and I are not a product of time. We're a product of eternity. God has plucked us out of eternity. He has positioned us in time. And He's given us gifts and talents for the purpose of serving our generation. We're part of His divine, eternal relay. And He says, remember, others have gone before you. Still others will come after you. So make sure you run with this baton in the right way. And I love what He says. He says, let us lay aside the weight and the sin that so easily ensnares us. And the writer to the Hebrews says, you need to just strip yourself off. Levels of thinking that have brought you here that are okay, but now those same levels are weights and holding you back from where you're going. And so what we have to understand is that we have to deal with our inner world. And lay aside those sins, lay aside the unforgiveness, the bitterness, the hurt, the shame, the guilt, the anger that would hold us back. God has given this baton of faith to each and every one of us. And He says, right, now you have a responsibility, church, to leave a legacy of faith for the next generation. The baton is in your hand. What are you doing with it? Are you running with this baton? Are you leaving a legacy of faith? Because others have come before you. We must ensure in the church of Jesus Christ that we don't live a kind of Christianity that is just about us, that is just about my comfort, my convenience, but that we don't forget that others have come before and others are coming after. And none of us win until the final person crosses that line. We are part of something much bigger than ourselves, and we have to run with the responsibility that others are still coming after us.